favorites. Country 92.9 FM, 6:30 AM, CFCO. Today's Fresh Country.
Hey, what's up? It is Marianne Iveson here in the Boardroom once again for another edition of Country in the Boardroom with Jimmy Rankin. Welcome, Jimmy.
Good afternoon. We have about 100, 125 people here.
It's a small concert. No, Forget About the World, new album out today.
This is my.
Did you remember?
Yeah, this is my official release date. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And why today? Why April the 12th?
That's a very good question.
Are you gonna ask your rep? Maybe she has something to do with it.
She's gone.
She left you here.
Anyway, no, it's that's a damn good question. I'll have to ask my rep. I guess you have there's a build up, as you all know. Anybody who works in radio to releasing a CD, you have to do your promo and everything, and send out your single and build that up, and then bring your CD out. So there's a lot of preliminary work, up to this point.
Well, it's been a few years since 2007 since you released something solo, right? So
I can't believe it's been that long. Edge
of
Day,
years.
Yeah, God. But in between, I released a couple of Rankin records, and in fact, when I released Edge of Day, I had simultaneously released a Rankin record that I was working on, and then a couple of years ago, or a year or so ago, I released another Rankin record. So I've been busy, playing. And
so that's what you've been doing since 2007 then?
Yeah. Well, gigging and recording and raising a family and all that.
So a new single, Here in My Heart, along with Keith Urban. First of all, tell me how you got hooked up with Keith, and because I know you've been on tour with him before. So how did that all go about?
I first met Keith Urban at the CCMAs in Calgary in about 2002, and they had an album of mine, Song Dog, on their tour bus, and they were listening to it, and they really liked it, and they called me over to meet them at their backstage. So we met up, and I didn't know Keith Urban. I'd never met him, and he's this super Australian guy. And just
one word to describe him, yeah.
Basically, he's an awesome guy and very nice and genuine. And so we ended up jamming a night or so later at the Palliser Hotel in Calgary, and then going on tour later that year. And
how are his guitar skills?
Well, he was. You could tell by watching him that he was an amazing musician and very focused, and that he was just set to take off and explode in the music business, in the country music industry. But I keep bumping into him from time to time, and it's strange in this business. You do that. You run into people because everybody's out there working, and you might be playing a gig in the same town, or you meet in an airport. But anyway, the last time I ran into him was in Nashville, and I just arrived in Nashville after on the road for 4 days traveling from Nova Scotia, and I bumped into him in a restaurant, and he was the first guy that I'd met, a familiar guy that I'd met in Nashville, and we exchanged numbers. And I was out on the road after that with my siblings out in northern Ontario someplace, and listening to bed tracks for this album, and deciding what to do for a solo on this Here in My Heart. And I'd seen Keith play on a TV show in Toronto a few nights earlier, and he was an awesome musician when I encountered him back in 2002. But it's been it's 10 years since then, and he's so much, like, he was great then, but he's so much better now. He's just scary to watch. So I texted him and asked him if he'd like to play in one of my songs, and he said, "Sure, mate." And so
nonchalantly just text Keith Urban and ask him if he wants to be on your...
I don't think everybody has his number, but he knows where I am.
Don't let anyone touch your phone here.
Anyway, we wound up in a studio in Nashville, and he just came in prepared, and I know he's a busy guy, and he's got such a huge life, and he just took time out of his schedule, and because he's just a super guy, and he laid down this extraordinary solo, and so I'm very fortunate and very, very happy.
Yeah. And Here in My Heart now a top 20, so big congratulations for that. And
yeah, thank you. It's 18 now, so it's great.
And it's Here in the Country in the Boardroom with Jimmy Rankin. Just needs a sip of water. Sorry, you've been telling some tunes. So, and also you have Serena Ryder on your album too, and that's probably one of my favorite songs called "Walk That Way." Yeah,
that's another. I'm very fortunate in this business. I get to work with so many great people, you know, and fun people. I have the best job in the world most days, and a lot of times it's hard work and you're slugging it out, but the perks are you get to work with extraordinary people and talented people. So Serena is the same situation. I knew of her music and I loved her voice and everything, and I saw her on television performing with a guitar, just her and a guitar, and she blew me away. She was, you know, she's got such an awesome voice.
Yeah.
She's so soulful, and this song, I thought it would be a great song, Walk That Way, for a duet. I hadn't done a duet since I'd recorded Fare Thee Well Love with my sister Cookie in 1990, which is a long time ago. So, so I thought it was time. So I got in touch with her, and she, you know, she loved the song and agreed to do it, and went into the studio again and nailed it in a couple of takes, and fortunately, you know, you never know. I'd never sung with her before, but our voices sound really great together.
Yeah.
So.
They're both very unique, so I love it.
Yeah, and it's just the way I sing is it's from the gut, you know. It's I'm a lot of passion.
Yeah,
and it's the same way. So I'm attracted to singers like that.
And you're going to sing for us now your first song off your new album, Forget About the World, out today. This song's called I'm Just Saying, right?
Yeah, this is a song I wrote with Kate Bretner, Steve McDougall, and we were sitting around one day talking about, you know, the way, all the ways people communicate now, and, you know, by emailing or texting or cell phones. So this song came out of that. It's called I'm Just Saying, and it's sort of a romantic song about technology.
Fantastic. Take it away.
It's called I'm Just Saying. It's all over now. The rumors are flying. I'm in love with this girl so much that I'm crying. Like a solar eclipse that I saw one time, so beautiful that I nearly went blind. So please, show me a sign. Send it to me high speed by satellite or telephone line. No rules in this game that we're playing, and that's how I know this is love. That's how I know this is love. Baby, I'm just saying. I love the sound of your voice when you tell me you miss me. When the city was sleeping, the way that you kissed me reminds me of a movie that I saw last year. Two kids fell in love, ran away, disappeared. So please, show me a sign. Send it to me high speed by satellite or telephone line. No rules in this game that we're playing, and that's how I know this is love. And that's how I know this is love. Baby, I'm just saying. There's a riptide on Main Street, the sidewalk's on fire. And call me crazy, call me a liar, but please show me a sign. Send it to me high speed by satellite or telephone line. Oh, please show me a sign. Send it to me high speed by satellite or telephone line. No rules in this game that we're playing. And that's how I know this is love. And that's how I know this is love. And that's how I know this is love. Baby, I'm just saying. Baby, I'm just saying. Baby, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that is Jimmy Rankin in CFCO. Another edition of Country in the Boardroom. We'll be right back.